Oh, these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. Let me move my microphone out of the way. It's magic. Good morning. I gotta start showing more jerseys. I gotta start showing more jerseys. Somebody told me something. They said, "Man, you might be on to something. You gotta start showing the repertoire." Good morning. One of my wonderful, talented followers sent me this top, and I appreciate him. Shout out to my man Dre too. Keep it 100. You know, my sponsors, they're around, but I don't know where you can purchase this at right here because I can't recall the gentleman's name who sent it, but homeboy who sent me this hat. You got me? Get you a screenshot, man. Get you some money. The dribble cosigns. The dribble cosigns. It's a mean royal blue too. Boom, boom. Peace. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for cleaning that up about that footage of Pnb and old boy. Yeah, that was a good storyline. That was a good storyline. And Southside Chief, he looked it very serious too, but I find I can't elaborate on that. I'm just letting y'all know that video that they passing around right now. Good morning, everybody. Russ in the building. Got a Steve Nash. Got a Jack Sigma. C Web. Cream. All right. That Shorty Pop joint was a home run. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Peace to everybody. Y'all gotta excuse me. These bright lights is wake up in the morning standing in front of LEDs, man, but it's a part of the dribble. Good morning to everybody. Just received my copy of some things I've been through. If you'd have got it for me, I would have autographed it, but I appreciate you and I hope you enjoy it. It's more to come. Read that and you're gonna see the check the repertoire. You're gonna check check the skill set, man. Some people, they just hear poop button around and shit, man, but I get busy for real and shit. I started out as a writer. I'm still a writer. I'm prolific with the pen. I can write everything but a rap. Nah, I could write a rap if I put my mind to it. I just can't say a rap. I tried before. Colleen, good morning. He said Mom Dukes was bugging. Memphis. He said that video old. Yeah, that video is a year old. You could look it up. The guy's name, I picked that up in the comments. He's from Minnesota. His name is Southside Chief. But you got people who done already hit they lick. They didn't already put out their videos stating that this is possibly the guy that PNB Rock was in a feud with. They trying to create that. They had a good storyline too. They was like, this is the dude that he was going through with, and he tagged himself at that Roscoe's to let him know he wasn't scared to be there. And the video's a year old. I'm just telling y'all now, shit. Rochester, shout out to The Rock. 38 Special just dropped a new joint the other day. Make sure y'all go fuck with that. Make sure y'all go fuck with the Black Soprano joint. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to DJ Shay. The Dribble is in the building. My album come out next month. Good morning, everybody. I know it's early. I've been editing, so I'm up early. I'm erratic sleeping patterns right now. But anyway, it's for the YouTube is gonna be a frenzy these next couple months. It's a frenzy right now. Ooh, I dropped some heaters back to back. Shout out to Orange Juice Jones. And go check out that joint about Papoose, Uncle Murder, Remy Ma, and all of that. Make sure y'all share them to y'all social media platforms. They fire. After you read that book, man, homie, I appreciate if you leave a rating on Amazon. After you read it, go back to Amazon. Give me your opinion on it. As you see already, it got like a 5-star rating and shit. It took me 3 years to write that shit. 3 years. Writing a book ain't easy. It's not. Especially if you can't type. And I can't type. I had to write it out manually, give it to somebody else to type it, then had to edit it like 3 times. Still edited it. Good morning, everybody. The thing with PNB Rock is catching, it's like snowballing. Every video on YouTube, every platform, every celebrity, especially from LA, is speaking about it. Ice-T says something in regards to people in LA don't wear a lot of jewelry for obvious reasons and shit like that. I wish he hadn't worn all that jewelry in the slums of LA. Pride and ego can get you killed. PNB Rock got himself killed, unfortunately, for a street dude. He wasn't so streetwise moving like that. I didn't get street from PNB Rock. PNB Rock wasn't a street guy. I don't think he has a street pedigree or background or anything like that. He looked like a good kid. The reason why I say this is because right as World Star was dying, one of the last maybe 6 months or years of World Star, PNB Rock had an issue with somebody. He was on there with a bunch of machine guns and shit. They had AKs and shit like that. And he looked as silly as hell. They was in the comments like, come on, fam, you bugging. Like, people wasn't buying that from him. I think they ended up taking that shit down. You probably could look it up on YouTube. It's probably still around somewhere, but he didn't fit that profile shit. He said he might have been a street guy, but he wasn't slick. He was a drug head, says Mickey Greenhouse. How do we know he had a bunch of jewelry on? Oh, there was witnesses there. There was people that seen this happen. There's eyewitnesses to this shit. They can't really, I don't know, identify the shooter's face or anything like that. I think I'm sure he had a mask on. But people was there. People overheard the conversation. They said why he got shot. They gripped him up. The dude gripped him up or whatever. Told him run it. He took off something and like gave him a piece of jewelry. And he acted like he didn't want to run it. And the dude cut him down and shit and just took it off of him and shit. But you don't have a lot of time to be doing a public robbery. People got cell phones. Everybody there got cell phones and shit. You got to be in and out of there. So they're not going to play around with you if they do you in public. If they come for you in public, they probably serious. I agree with you, but he was doing street stuff. He used to be in NYC with these blood dudes when he was out here. Definitely got to be witnesses. 6ix9ine made a comment. Well, he made a post about him. He was like, homeboy died over waffles and shit. And people was trying to figure out where, what 6ix9ine was on by doing that. And he produced a screenshot of PNB saying that he wished 6ix9ine get killed. He was in 6ix9ine's comments, like, if this cat get killed, it wouldn't bother me. He didn't have to be doing that. You're an R&B singer and shit. All of this kill shit, like, just chill out, everybody and shit. You know, you kind of like bring that shit into your reality and shit. He got out of the situation on Fairfax where he got pressed by standing his ground. He tried it again. Unfortunately, it didn't work this time. Why not wait for him soon as he go outside? Oh, somebody else might hit the lick. They not gonna wait for you. Somebody else might hit the lick. So if they came for it, somebody could have called him too. Somebody in the restaurant could have called him like, yo, one of these rapper niggas in here right now. They might not even know his name. Like, yo, what's a rapper in here right now? He icy as fuck. He by himself with his girl. Niggas live in that neighborhood. They said that that's a gang neighborhood and shit. Motherfucker from around there and shit. Run up in there and get that shit. Do you think that dude in the video got a case if he had nothing to do with it? That video is old. They can't. That video, that particular video that's circulating around right now and people making it into a big cryptic thing, that's a year old. Even though it kind of like, it works, the storyline works, it makes sense and everything, but the video a year old, so that ends it. He said, word, that's exactly what I thought. Someone called someone. You in a white Maybach, smack dab in the hood. He was a walking lick. And that academics old because it's strange he get killed days after exposing the Atlantic. Oh, I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this. Y'all got the theories and shit. The theories, the Illuminati theories, the insurance theories, Empire Records. I'm Philly right here. I'm reading the same shit y'all read. Chris, good morning. Boom, boom. I'm in the area where he was killed. Wrong place, wrong time. They not playing over here. The area spooky. It's lurkers all around all day. Oh, yeah, the ring conspiracy. About that ring. Everybody with the ring gets killed. Chill. That's it. That would happen to PNB Rock in California. That could have happened to him in Philly. People need to keep it real about that. That could have happened to him in Philly. As a matter of fact, he wouldn't have been like doing that in Philly like that. He wouldn't have been like going in certain places with no security all icy like that in Philly. You won't do it in Philly. Don't do it on the road and shit. Don't do it anyplace else. Cause he wouldn't have did that in Philly because everything that happened to him out there, that shit could have happened in Philly, for real. He's about to hit this elliptical. I don't understand. He moving around in another ghetto in a way he wouldn't move in Philly. I don't understand it. Oh, that might have been part of his demise. That might have been part of his demise. Being from Philly. That might have been part of his demise. What I mean by that is Philly guys, they 90%, 95% higher. They cut like that. They cut a certain way. And then you got another 10 to 20% that ain't really cut like that, but they have the attitude of the city. They got the attitude. Like, ask somebody who's been to college with somebody from Philly, or some people that's been in the military from Philly. They different. They're a different breed. And he in his mind, being that he from Philly, you know, then been in the worst parts of Philly, he might have felt that shit was light. And it turned out bad. And I'm not being sarcastic about what I just said to y'all about him being from Philly and might probably been sleeping on them dudes. He said people get killed in that neighborhood all day. They in a vicious war. He said he was talking to the LA guy like he knew him. There are a few bloggers, YouTubers stirring up West Coast, East Coast beef narratives. How do you feel about that? I don't think that's real. I don't think it's going to turn into no East Coast, West Coast thing. It Pop Smokes from the East Coast. It could have been that. Niggas just going to stop fucking with LA, stop going out there like that, stop announcing that they're going out there like that. LA ain't no big draw. If you ain't going out there to, if you don't have Hollywood business, what I mean by that, if you ain't going on a set of a movie, or you ain't going out there with um, Hollywood business, acting aspirations, or you ain't going to get in front of somebody's camera, going out there to chill, or going out there to Instagram and brag to your homies that, yeah, I just was in LA, because you know niggas do that and shit. Yeah, I'm out LA, I'm out. What's your business out there? Niggas gonna start determining whether or not do you have business out there. And it might change. 50 Cent moved to Houston, Texas. 50 Cent seems to think, a lot of people seem to think that Texas is the new hotbed. A lot of people from California, they moving to Texas and shit. People seem to think that Houston and Dallas is what's up right now. But if you don't got no business there, you should be able. Niggas, I done told y'all this. Y'all want to go to the poppin' spots. Y'all know what the fuck is in Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. It ain't gonna be a bunch of white folks in there. It's gonna be niggas. Niggas love chicken and waffles. Niggas made that shit up. Niggas decided to take chicken and put it on top of waffles and have it for breakfast. It's nigga shit. So when you go there, you know what you're gonna find there. He could have door dashed that shit. He could have did anything like that. Niggas be wanting to be seen with their jewels on, man. You gotta check yourself and shit. You gotta check yourself. I heard Nashville popping now. Wild New York cats moving out there. 50 probably moved for tax purposes. Remember when 50 and G Unit was moving around, they had on vests and was moving militant. Just handle your business and go back home. Ice Cube was talking about that shit in the 80s, yo. He even had a Bugs Bunny quote on the song. He said, "It's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there." How to survive in South Central. Niggas you've been getting warned. We've seen it on the Harold got it at the light. Like, they've been jacking, they've been doing all of this shit. This is what they do and shit. So be cool. The rest of the world mimicked gang culture. They born and bred and they own that shit 24/7 and shit. So just look at what happened in fucking Minister Society. He jacked dude in the fucking drive-thru. He jacked him. He jacked him. And you know what's funny? When he did that, when Kane jacked dude in the drive-thru, give me a double burger with cheese. Y'all remember that joint? Ice Cube, a nigga J.D. Gafflin. His name was J.D. Gafflin. J.D., he used to be with Ice Cube. He had a skit on Ice Cube CD, and he used to be like, what you used to do, he was like, jack them niggas for their Nissan trucks, right in the drive-thru. Get your motherfucking food, leave it in the car, nigga, get out. They were saying that shit in 88. I'm serious. So apparently it's a lifestyle. He said, LA ain't all surfing. You can't look like food in that hood. Guys continue to ignore the culture. Even the squares are affiliated. It's so many out-of-towners that get stripped out here. It's ridiculous. If you guys only knew the real. Cali is so expensive to live in. I don't know why anyone would move there. You can do the same work over emails. Good morning, everybody. Like this video. This I don't think that the this gonna lead to no like East Coast West Coast situation. If I was a LA artist, West Coast artist, I would be easy around Philly, around Philadelphia. Don't let Gilly and them tell you that they can protect you if you come there. They can't. Niggas is on it about PNB. The Philly's the type of city that niggas that they don't even know they don't even know PNB. There's people who don't even know PNB, right? Who like to get some get back because he's from Philly, not because it's PNB or because they know or care about him, because Philly carried this reputation of not to be fucked with and shit like that. For real. He said, rap in the city, yeah. One West Coast rapper got killed in New York this year. He was from Chicago, but I get what you're saying. They must have been going out for years. Look how the game rapped about that. Oh, yeah, the game rapped about getting robbed in Roscoe's in 2007. I posted the song on the channel. This has to be a well-known, this is a lifestyle for them niggas. He said, right, Philly a unit. Believe that. It's Roscoe's and safer neighborhoods. He could have went to like Hollywood. Why did he choose that one in the middle of South Central LA, infected by gangs? Dude was running up on Run DMC stages in the 80s. It's been popping. Good morning, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. I know it's early. This pre-gym wreck. Rosh Meiser, what's up? Deli neighborhoods sometimes have famous food spots. That Roscoe's is the come-up spot. Roscoe's and Randy's are hot spots and tourists come. He said rappers should learn how to move from 6ix9ine. The Midwest and East Coast don't respect the states' hoods that has hot weather. Florida, Texas, Cali. My man said it's a tourist trap. Gully, you been to Roscoe's? Yep. I went to the one on Pico Boulevard. But I know how to act. And I know how to dress. And I know how to sit. If I'm sitting down to eat, I know how to sit, where to sit, everything. I can't remember. We sat down and ate in there. It was packed like a motherfucker. A lot of black people. Real good food. The food was fantastic. But after you see it or after you taste it, that's it. This ain't no place that you hang out at. People want to like make these a tourist attraction. It's a restaurant. Just be cool, man. Like, if you think you're going to kick it and shit like that, I've warned y'all about this shit. It's not safe amongst our own people or like that. You want to be at the Beverly Center. You want to be at the Poppin' Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. You want to be where the Negroes is at. You want to be around that. You're going to get nigga behavior. He said it'd be rich Crips in that Roscoe's Gully, but it's pretty safe. I couldn't tell the difference because it all looked like it all looked nice to me. That Roscoe's on Pico, it looked clean and shit. I mean, it's palm trees, it's nice weather. I was in the jungles and didn't even know it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I interviewed Alonzo Williams. He's from the World Class Wrecking Crew. They started NWA. I interviewed him in his house. He had a studio in his house, and I didn't know that I was in the jungles until afterwards. They like, you know where you at right now? No. He told me. You know what's funny? When I was going over there, I rode an Uber, and the Uber driver asked me, who you know over here? I told him Alonzo Williams. He said, yeah, Pico or something. Orange Juice Jones was supposed to play G Money in New Jack City. If you speak to him again, ask him about it. Okay. How much is armed security daily? How often would you need it? Stay out the hood. Yeah, man. Unfortunately and shit, you gotta protect your neck. You got at the end of the day, you gotta protect your own ass. You gotta use some discretion and shit. Um, every day we're able to learn a new lesson. I know you learned something from Pnb Rock. I know I did. So from this point on, just continue to move safe and shit. They got DoorDash, Uber Eats. They got people that'll go in there and get the food for you and shit. If you want it like that. That Roscoe's on the east side of LA. That's more of what all them projects and Menace to Society look like, just to give you a visual. Oh, wow. He said, it's like, I'm from New York City, and it's crazy at times, but at least rappers aren't getting killed like in LA. These young dudes out here working together on some spot 'em, got 'em type shit. Why bother going to LA? I don't know. It's dispensaries all over the world now. It's dispensaries on the East Coast. It can't be about the weed no more. Start popping that passport, man. I know y'all burnt out, man. That's what it is. Niggas got to use the passport. It won't be such a big deal. Start going beyond. You know what I'm saying? That's who put big emphasis on LA. Lazy niggas are niggas who don't have passports and shit. Because it ain't no big deal. Like, y'all ain't tired of, I said this to somebody. Y'all ain't tired of South Beach, Vegas, and LA over and over and over. For real. Anybody here? Y'all ain't tired of that? South Beach, Vegas, and LA over and over and over. Y'all ain't tired of that? Whenever you go through LAX, it's the same experience. You know, you do the same Snapchat and it don't change. It's the same shit. Same with Miami. He said, time to go to Italy. Get money, move out the country. Moving to LA ain't impressive. He said, East Coast versus West Coast Part 2. The labels want that war. What labels? It ain't no labels. He said, that would be Jordan Downs, Grape Street. Most of them projects going or have injunctions. He said, they go to Vegas to go to the pool party and sit in the corner. He said, they making LA sound like it's on some Mad Max type of shit. When you get there, as soon as you start getting close to the city and shit, as soon as you're on the expressway coming from the airport, you start seeing tents on the highway and under the highway and shit. It's tents, like the tents escort you into the city. The homeless and the tents, they escort you into the city. The closer you get to the city, the more tents you start to see. They be all up on the hills and shit. You be like, God damn. Like, sheesh. He said the homeless. He said tents everywhere. Seriously. Yeah, everywhere. Everywhere. He said tents on the highway. I ain't joking. I went to Belize and ran into the same gang from LA. Any videos from inside the restaurant, the video of him laying there in that pool of blood, I looked at it maybe once or twice. It wasn't no image I wanted to be fucking with like that. The streets gotta eat. Feed the wolves is a hood excuse to be a hunter, be a hater, and justify it on some bullshit. If you someplace where niggas is sleeping in tents and shit like that, this is a little bit more serious than I'm implying right now. It be niggas in LA sleeping in tents with foreign cars. It be niggas in LA sleeping in tents with foreign cars. Cell phones. You wouldn't believe it. I'm serious. Cars be parked all up and down the block. You think the car belonged to a motherfucker in an apartment building somewhere. That car, that truck, that Acura Legend, that, you know, Expedition, that belonged to somebody in one of them tents. You'll see a motherfucker get in it and pull off and go to work in a Walmart uniform. No bullshit. I seen it with my own eyes and shit. Pnb Rock, the first artist to get killed from Philly. No, he's not. Artists been getting killed from Philly, in Philly, for many years. So, nah, he's not the first. He the first in LA, probably. He said they doing robberies and murders out of Rolls Royces in Cali. LA hated New York because we used to diss them back in the days. They was wearing jerry curls in the early 90s. Beverly Hills is next. Good morning to everybody. Like the video as y'all coming in. I see people starting to wake up. It's 5 in the morning. Steven Jackson said that's why he check in. He checks in for what? You got some niggas that's gang groupies. Some people need to say it. The gangs have groupies. There's people that want to be around them niggas and want to be associated with that lifestyle and shit. If you wasn't born into that, you know what I mean? You probably don't even really understand it all the way, man. Just be cool. He said, ain't no checking in the Midwest. Stop it. He said, you have Brooklyn Crips and LA living out there. Ice Cube had a video where a homeless man jumped up and got in a Benz. Peace, THRU, good morning. Check in. Do white boys check in? Do Jews check in? They said, according to reports, she wasn't the only one that posted, that tagged her location. He did it too. Apparently, he did it too. It's been said they both did it on social media. They both, I think he tagged himself there to make a point to somebody to try to say that he's street credibility thing. LA culture has a different street dynamic. Philly, Florida, New York, Detroit, etc. has a certain culture as to how they give it up. This is just what LA dudes do. The Bay Area don't move like LA. He said robbery and extortion is like peanut butter and jelly on the West. Same situation with Dolph. Love being worshipped by the hood. The rich ain't impressed by no Maybachs or jewelry. They not. He was definitely proving a point. It just went left. Who was he proving a point to? Who was he proving a point to? Many a niggas done been killed trying to prove their masculinity and shit to someone else. C. Brown, what up? He said they killing dudes broad daylight. New York City, embrace and look out for out-of-towners. We don't trip. I was telling my man that. I was telling my man if a person from L.A. came to the East Coast, the way East Coast people are, they'll be trying to impress them. They'll be trying to take them to the best restaurant, to where the flyest clothes are, to where the best, weed is. They gonna try everything in their power to show them that the East Coast is the shit. You feel me? So if a person from LA come to the East and a person is being, showed this, they gonna show them the best of the East. They be trying to rob you out there. Ain't no equality in that. He said over some chicken and waffles. He was supposed to give up his jewels and hers. Yeah, they were supposed to run that shit, man. He said, when it gets so bad that you can die over how recent you post something, it's time to go. It might not be a good idea to tell people where you at. It's called giving up the drop. Like, it's not a good idea. LA dudes have a strong hatred for the East. Crazy thing is the Roscoe's open the next day. Oh, they used to the murders. They used to that. They not gonna close for business. That's crazy that somebody would go up in there and get some food the next day and shit. Y'all open? That's crazy. We look out for cats out west. You know how many cats are held down from out of state. It's all about who you function with. I always got love from the Bay Area, and I got a couple homies in LA and shit. It's been real with me and shit, but I don't go to LA trying to party. I never been in no nightclub in LA. I never been out. I don't think I ever been out past 12 o'clock at night. Yes, I have. Staples Center. I probably never been out past 2 o'clock in Los Angeles, 1, 2 o'clock. Summertime at night, Staples Center be live and shit. But I be on East Coast time still and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you from the East Coast, as they night get to progressing, you should be fucking tired and shit because we on a different time zone and shit. So, you should, I be out there, I eat, I smoke, I be trying to enjoy my hotel room and shit like that. There's no reason to be, the traffic's crazy, the Ubers are expensive. It's a difference between an East Coast Uber and a West Coast Uber. It's a difference. So, he said it's a 3-hour difference. Yeah, you should be fucking tired and shit. So, I don't understand and shit. He said these young boys don't know how to move around. He said the LA Bloods are jealous of the East Coast sets because they are more known. That I believe. I believe that. I believe that. Sex, Money, Murder, and a couple of different sets became like famous and shit. People in those types of hoods are suffering from PTSD. Old record labels used to have media training and certain practices in place to groom artists as to what to say, how to do, and move. I wonder if that's something that still exists. I think major record labels only had those types of resources. LA Bloods is known throughout the whole Midwest and South. Los Angeles gangs ran the crack game in the 80s and 90s. So we 40 minutes and y'all just gonna act like the boy. He can't get no play, fam. Said 6 years ago, unbelievable, and still saying it. Turn off your locations. The only thing I respect about East Coast Bleed, they run the jail. The Mexicans run them, so who more powerful? LA always has had a steady flow of people flying out here looking for plugs and easy celebrity. It's too easy. Crack gang members, old men now. The game ain't changed. Nobody respects the East Coast no more. Ronnie should stop wearing a house around your neck. Good morning, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. My subscriptions are up. Finally, my subscriptions are up. Y'all been actually taking the initiative. I guess y'all strapping up for the wintertime. Y'all getting y'all playlists together and shit. He said Uncle Murder moved to California. Pnb went out like Kane, cousin and minister society. If it ain't about business, stay off social media. West Coast rappers don't come to the East Coast, so they will keep violating any rapper that comes to LA. Nah, they don't really come to the East Coast, not unless they have to. They don't do, I don't think West Coast rappers perform on the East Coast all like that. Like, I don't think you're going to see a Dog Pound concert in Washington, D.C. or a Dog Pound Warren G in Detroit. You might see Warren G, I don't know. But I don't think, and Detroit's the Midwest, but I don't think you're going to see Warren G in Connecticut and shit. I don't think people listen to that over on the East Coast and shit all like that. The East Coast is prejudiced as far as music and shit. I never thought about this. I wonder what... I don't think Sebo ever performed in New York City. I don't think Sebo has ever performed in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if these places got that sound and shit. You feel me? But wu-tang, Nas, and all of these guys from the East Coast, they can do a show in Cali and shit. He said, you right, that Philly mentality, you can hear it in his interviews. Pnb was kind of, he had sarcastic, sassy attitude. You could see it. You could see it developing on him. My man Johnny Mac, Philly First 48, he was supposed to interview him, and he got on a live stream with us one night. I had just got off, and Pnb got on there, and you know Johnny was asking him like, "Yo, what's up with that interview and this and this and that?" And he was kind of like, you know. He was acting a little diva-ish and shit. That's my opinion of that experience that night and shit. But I don't think he was built like that. He said Nipsey was one of the only ones. He said, you're right, the West Coast got a whole different sound. East Coast never respected West Coast hip-hop. Not all the East, because New York accepts music and culture from everywhere. East Coast used to not like any music outside the tri-state. That's true. That's the main reason. It's because the East has always had an arrogance toward the other coast. Majority of rappers don't come to D.C., period. The Game, Nipsey Hussle, only a few West Coast rappers got played out here. Let me help you out of my chat, Ronnie Franco. Hold on. I don't like your energy. You see how easy I got you out of here, Ronnie Franco? You see how easy I got you out of here? Now my chat can go back to being smooth. Because I got you out of here. You see how I ain't even let you get nothing else. It's, energy is vibes. You gotta have that. You gotta have that sense. In real life, you gotta be able to spot and detect bad vibes in bad situations. You see how I got that devil out of here? He came for trouble. Y'all see him? I ain't even break a sweat, did I? I just zapped him. Wow. Good morning. He said the Midwest and South run music. Nobody runs music. Everybody got fans now. Everybody has their own fans. I noticed from traveling to different regions covering hip hop. If you go to Augusta, Georgia, they got a nigga out there. If you go to Jacksonville, Florida, they got a nigga out there. If you go to Dallas, Texas, they got a nigga out there. If you go to Seattle, Washington, they got a nigga out there. Connecticut, they got a nigga out there. His name's Brillo. Everywhere you go, every city, every region got their own guy and shit. You have some musicians who supersede this whole little, I don't know, scenario, and everybody like them. They're globally accepted. But for the most part, I was watching a documentary about Baton Rouge. They had some white guys that was killing it down there. Their name was South Coalition or some shit like that. It was two dudes. This is Baton. I was just checking out the Silky Slim and all the Baton Rouge rappers. The Young Bleed, CeeLo, the nigga that did How You Do That there and shit. I'm like, damn, all of these dudes is just from Baton Rouge and shit. And every city got their own hip-hop history and shit. Every city, even your city, even where you from. Just go ask your people who was the nigga back in the day. They gonna tell you. Now, that nigga from these different, they can get online, they can sell their music and shit. They can become that nigga in another region. He said East Coast was really biased. Good morning, people. Love is love. He said my guy Southside will be cleared. He's cleared already. The video that they got circulating, that they implying, his name is Southside Chief. He's from Minnesota. That's my understanding. The video that they got circulating about him, implying that he might have been somebody who might have harmed Pnb Rock. That video wasn't in recent time. That video is from last year. It's online. All you got to do is look up Pnb Rock, Southside Chief. They was on a phone conversation last year. What I got out of the phone conversation, it seemed like Pnb was antagonizing him. I don't know whether the dude might have bought a verse. This is how it appeared to me. Maybe he bought a verse, or they did some type of music business, and it didn't go right. Somebody else said that. I watched the video. He was accusing Pnb of taking some type of graphic, a PNG graphic, some type of graphic or whatever. So that's what they feud was about. And that was last year. So, and I don't think nobody gonna kill you about no graphic. He said it was over a photo that got put on a t-shirt. I just said that. You can't be in a neighborhood where your chain costs more than the houses and your car is 3 years' salary without a squad. He sacrificed himself. Yo, when do you send the PA knits out? I ordered a week ago. You might get it tomorrow. What's your name? PA knit, they accurate. The delivery is accurate. As a matter of fact, Big Oo name dropped PA Knit on his Bars on 9-5 freestyle. Go watch the Bars on 9-5 freestyle with Big Oo. And he name dropped the PA Knit. Shout out to Oo. Fuck with Oo. But homie, I'm on Instagram at I am Gully TV _. Send me a screenshot in a DM and shit. I'm gonna get you the information you need. Cause I know you want some of them. Another Empire rapper dead. He said that Marble K Nick hard as fuck. Cop up. He said, I got mine on today. JG, send me some pictures. I need more pictures of people in my chat that got the PA Net so I can put on the website and shit. Pnb shitted on his homie after his homie let him live with them. He was the one that put Pnb on. Everybody does that. Everybody does that. Not everybody, but you hear them stories often of people who made it, and they ain't really show no love for people who assisted them. Once they became who they became, they don't really show any love and shit. I'm glad I'm a made nigga, and it's very necessary that I'm a made nigga because there's people that I've helped tremendously in this business. Interviews, promotion, da-da-da-da. As soon as they get situated, as soon as they get to where they need to be, they won't even talk to me. It's been cats that unfollow me and everything and shit. I'm like, damn, this nigga didn't like me the whole time and shit. He just used me up. I could be petty and go take down every video or every piece of media I ever did with said person, but that wouldn't help my platform at all and shit. That's an emotional response. Man, I got Dr. J up there. You see that? That's God, Sham God next to it and shit. Them PNB dudes getting picked off in Philly. That's why he left them in the dust. Good morning to everybody that's here. All they doing is making it hard for LA rappers. Nobody gonna trust them or work with them. Man, you can make a song with an email. You don't even got to go over there and shit. Can we get the boy Gully consistent with putting out content again this winter? I've been consistent since I got here. Y'all don't get no garbage from here. Y'all get heat rocks. When I drop heat rocks. Like my videos be having a motive behind them. Did you see the Orange Juice Jones joint? Orange Juice Jones is coming to a platform near you. You might see him on Power next. You might see him on one of 50 Cent shows, or you might see him on Vlad TV. But I'm just telling you and shit, man. I open up a can of whoop ass on a regular. Straight up. Straight up, man. For real. You don't get nothing but bangers over here and shit. My content require editing. I don't give you the latest breaking news on whatever's happening all the time because I be stuck in a zone of editing and shit. It's a difference. He said that prison joint from New Jersey was wild. How do you check where the hat is at? www.therealdribble.com. That's the website. Pnb was in a known trap spot. 3 different gangs affiliate over there where he got killed. Damn. Should these guys check in? Is checking in a must when entering another state? Is that shame? Hell nah, nigga. Do you be checking in? Hell nah, man. You check in with who? Check in with who? Check in with who? I don't understand. Check into your hotel and shit. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears for a reason, man. Like, you know what the fucking slums look like. You know what danger look like. You know what safety look like. You know what it look like. You know what it look like, man. You start coming into these places, they don't have the best lighting, streets. They don't have the best lighting. You just can feel it. It's a dark. Did it just get dark over here in the daytime? Yes, that happens in certain parts of certain cities. And you feel a darkness and shit like, I shouldn't be here. And get the fuck on and shit. You don't gotta check in with nobody, especially some niggas that's gonna fucking rob you or something. Like, why would you check in with some motherfucker? It's dangerous. Look what they do. Check in with y'all niggas. I've seen y'all work. I can't. You mean to tell me I'm gonna be safe with you niggas after all the shit I've seen y'all do? Y'all gonna protect me? This is gonna be expensive. Fuck that. My man said I check in though for sure. All you niggas is talking that check in shit, y'all scrubs and shit. Y'all some weird ass niggas and shit. Fuck you mean check in, man? I got a bitch with me. I just touched down. I'm about to go get with this bitch and become invisible and shit. What the fuck you mean check in and shit? I don't need you weird ass niggas around me. The fuck? Hey shit. Dispensary. Strawberry lemonade, raspberry lemonade. You know what we drink when we smoking and shit. You know, what you like, Mystic, Gatorade and shit. You know, Snapple Apple and shit. We only making a couple stops, man. Then we about to go get invisible and shit, man. You got the internet. Like, what the fuck do you need to be moving around for and shit? He said, if you're going to protect me from them, who's going to protect me from you? He said, LA is like Queens. You can get robbed and killed on a block with nice houses on it. He said, do Jack Harlow check in? Nobody checks in with these black predators. They announced it to black people. They wasn't talking to everybody. They was talking to your brothers and sisters, your cousins, your aunts and aunts, and your people that's in the entertainment business that's successful. They rob NBA players, they rob actors, they rob musicians and shit. And these is niggas that do this shit. And it's been like this. This is what they do. And just stay away from these black predators and shit. That's what they are, black predators and shit. When you see these niggas and they be talking all of this, who the fuck announces check in with anybody? Who the fuck is you? Who are you? You just a nigga. You just a nigga. If these white folks get rowdy right now, you ain't gonna do nothing. You not. You just a nigga. Then put your hands behind your back. You here to protect everybody? Put your hands behind your back, man. 5'5" police officer tell one of these big badass niggas, man, put your hands behind your back, my nigga. You know what I mean? You got your black community afraid of you, but you just a nigga. Put your hands behind your fucking back and shit. You feel me? These predators only do that shit to black people and shit. You don't have a lot of, they don't do that shit to, they might got some white boys running around shaking motherfuckers down or some shit like that. Maybe they shake their own people down, but niggas know better. Niggas know better. Picture one of these niggas running up on Sylvester Stallone telling him, yo, next time you touch down, you got to run it. Stallone might still off on one of these niggas. Hey, yo. Stallone might try his overhand. He said, yeah, they shake their own down with taxes. He just gonna holler at 50. He said, Rocky ain't going. I don't see Sylvester Stallone running it. I see him resisting. He said, always good content. Thank you. He said, make the Mexicans check in. They don't want no smoke with the Mexicans. If there's something that we have picked up from watching these prison stories, we don't know about the gang culture, but we know y'all don't fuck with the Mexicans. We be listening to them prison stories. The Serranos, ain't that what them niggas called? Y'all don't want no parts of the fucking Serranos. Ooh-wee. I've heard stories about them niggas, man. Them niggas snap their finger. Y'all get to acting right, get to delegating and trying to iron shit out. Y'all don't want no parts of them niggas. I heard about it. He said MS-13. Maybe them too, but them Serranos, they don't fuck with them. They don't want no parts of them. He said the Mexicans ride together. They know not to fuck with them. They flip shit over. He said, do the Russian mob check in? No. I think everybody prays on their own people. Like the Russian mob, I mean, the five families in New York City, I don't think they was running up on black sanitation workers, because black people don't own no sanitation companies. They not picking up no trash and shit. The mob in New York, they was shaking down the motherfuckers who build shit, the construction workers, and the trash people and shit. And blacks ain't control of that. So people prey upon their own people. That's it. He said the Mexicans outnumber the blacks out there in LA. He said the unions. Yeah. They were shaking all of those people. That's what they was throwing in the trunk. They was throwing their own people in the trunk. So everybody got their own problems and outlaws, I guess. He said the Mexican dude Cholo was talking reckless on Adam 22. Southsiders, Serranos make sure every race look at blacks as just workers. MS-13 targets their own in New York City. The Mexican cartel check in. My man said, word to Jimmy Hoffa, they still looking for him. My man said, I didn't know chimps could go live. Man, do you know monkey jokes don't work on me, man? Y'all leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. That shit don't work on me, man. Did you just come in here with some racial slurs? I ain't one of them niggas, man. I'm a giant. You could call me all the racial slurs that y'all got. I done heard them all. Go ahead and fire off. That shit don't work. That shit don't work on me, man. He said, who cares who making, who checking in? Remember when Ice Cube got into it with Cypress Hill, that beef united Mexicans who have a beef with each other to one focal point. He said, wow, not a monkey joke. That didn't work. He said, that's the first time I seen that here on Gully TV. Any updates on the young man rapper who was gunned down in the Bronx? It's happening all too regularly. We got to establish some changes. That's just what it is. He said, on the dribble from Harlem, about to start my first run on the train. Get there, pimp. Have a great morning. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notification. Super chatter, I missed your name, but I appreciate you. I see you. Boom, boom. If real rap came back, it'll change the landscape. It's real rap around here. It's about your ear. It's about what you consuming. We should turn our back on violent music, though. Kill music, death music. We should turn our back on it. He said, yeah, we should. Good morning, everybody. If we ever, as black people, get organized and stop hating, it's going to be a problem for the world. He said SoundCloud got a bunch of real rap on it. That's what it's about. Africa, son. The Vanishing Acts. He said, you from PA? Land of the Knits. Land of the Knits. When you see these, think Pennsylvania and shit. You know, when you see this, what you think? Black Thought from the Roots, Neo Soul. PA Nick. Fly cultural shit. Drill music is banned in my household. I don't let my boy play that demonic stuff. It has a negative frequency and bad energy, speaking death into the universe every day. Tupac Shakur, if I die tonight, is Pac challenging death. You see what happened? Rap and hip-hop is beautiful, but that drill, do you think they're going to catch them? I don't know. He had on a mask. Hopefully next month, Pillmatic, man. High-quality hip-hop music, man, from some of your favorites, man. Some of these tigers in the underground waiting to get out. Eric Williams, we can do something. Hit me up. We can do something. Hit me up. I'm on Instagram at @IamGullyTV_. I can make that happen for you and shit. I got him out in DC right now. He said, "Damn, Gully, what's for breakfast?" T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. Peace.